Yo, what up, peace, good morning. Yo, I just got back from Miami, like, this morning, and I was over there when all that shit went down at the mall, you know, and, there was some stuff going on. Yeah, there was some teenagers involved, and I'll tell you that because I was there. I'll break it down to you as far as like what went down and stuff like that. But there was a bunch of teens, right? And they had some little fucking little like a radio, like a little DVD player. They were fucking around with it. They were like, yeah, watch this. And then I'll show you. Watch, let me flip this shit around. Show you exactly what's going on. Okay, I was in Miami because I was on a little graffiti expo and shit. So I was over there because dudes had me over there so I can go paint, right? So I was hanging around with my mans, and then we went to the mall just to see what's up. So this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what I'll draw you what can happen. This is what happened. Okay, there was a whole bunch of teens, right? A whole bunch of teens, and they had this little fucking box, like a little DVD player type thing, right? And they were like, yeah, watch, go ahead. And there was a whole bunch of them, but they look all nerdy. They weren't like thugged out. They all dressed nice and shit or whatever, but they were just right there, combo and shit. And a lot of them had like backpacks, and some of them had like weird guys' glasses, like welding glasses. And I was like, what the fuck? And the other guy was like, just go ahead and plug it in. We're right here, we're safe, and so somebody plugged this shit in, and it started flickering, right? Because there was a column right here. I was over here on the top. I was up here on the top of the level. They were down here, and I was watching them from over here. Okay? So this shit started flickering, and it was flicking the rows of lights right here. All these lights were flickering. Then it started popping. When it started popping, everybody from over here started running this way to see, because everybody was nosy. And as soon as it started popping, this thing started glowing, and it started going like a force field. Woo, 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 woo. And everybody that was behind this, that I was seeing, everybody looked like this. Like digital. Like it was being disrupted by the wave. Only right here. Not right here. Everything else was still flickering. Right here was still popping. People were running. As soon as they got close and they see how this thing was moving, everybody started going this way. When they started going this way, these guys started backing up because from this, it started glowing and it looked like somebody put a foot out like that. And then somebody put a hand out like that. And then all you see was this. All you see was like this, an image like that. That's all I seen. This was all glowing, so it was bright. This was the dark thing that I thought I seen come out. It looked like that. That's what came out. I was right here looking. It was me and 4 other dudes. 2 other guys ran over here and started filming. I'm waiting for them to give me the footage. But they say they got this thing coming out, and it didn't look like somebody. It looked more like everything got disrupted and was all wavy, and it did that effect. That's what it looked like to me. I'm a graffiti artist. I can do all kinds of shit with a spray paint can and make shit look like, whatever. But, when you get a mirror and bend it and all kinds of crazy shit, or, the sounds and whatever shit they got going on. But yeah, man, I seen this. This is what I seen. And it looked like it was coming out of this. And it's because whatever little box they had was bright and almost like one of those military flashlights that they were trying to plug up, but it had like a horn to it because it was like, Arr! And all this was like disrupting, and this shit right here was popping, all this right here was popping. But this is what I seen. This is what I seen come out. And everybody's taking off, screaming like, oh my God, look at that. Everybody's turning around and look back to see this. And they were like, oh my God, and running. And at that point, this shit already fell and broke. And we were still right here walking this way because somebody started shooting from over here. Because we seen lights, like 2 or 3 lights, and then the dudes that are right here, because those people right here looking, they took off this way. That's what I seen.
Bro. Everyone's going this way. Yo, what is that?
How have I not heard about this? My dad's a police officer in Miami. And I mean, like, he's even running for sheriff. And I just talked to him. He didn't say anything about that. Hey, did you, have you been seeing the alien stuff? Did you see that at Bayside?
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Are you serious?
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
You're joking. You're joking.
I'm serious.
Did they tell you not to talk about it?
How many times do you want me to slice the pie? I'm not allowed to talk about it.
What?
I do know what you're talking about, but I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Could you, okay, can you at least say, like, whatever? So, okay, so they're saying it's like a fight broke out. Why did they send so many police cars? Are you serious? You can't say any?
I don't know what else you want me to say.
You're no help, dude.
I'm sorry.
But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, and our whole family's processing it, but I think we've kind of like accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, and my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew. And then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store, just running out in a direction. So, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about like a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blankie, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3 9-10 foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew. Everyone, all of us stopped in our track. We, a whole bunch of people were pointing at it. There were other people running. There was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching, not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, unveiled or whatever. It looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But, I was about like 20 feet away. Because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And, they're tall. So we all just like looked at them. They were just standing there. And the thing that was a little bit weird, well, it was clearly like observing us. It was sentient, right? Like, or whatever. I don't know. But it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd. And then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, like kind of like it started like almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother like immediately said, yo, let's go. He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's like saying, you know, where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Because like when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. Like, I froze. And I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on World Star or whatever. When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. Two people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first instinct is like, it ain't to like take out your phone and start recording. Your first instinct is like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it gonna hurt me or my family?
Man, what's up, y'all? I'm here to set the record straight, man. Like, I literally have been getting interrogated by the Miami Police Department for days, my dude. Look at me. It is really aliens. It's really aliens. And I cannot believe that the Miami Police Department is really gonna try to make it seem like they had all those police cars and stuff out there over some kids fighting, y'all. We talking about 3 and 4 blocks. We get in, they asked us, first they asked us what we saw. It was me, 2 of my cousins, and 1 of my homegirls. All 3 of us being basically locked the fuck up. I ain't trying to get in trouble or nothing like that, but I'm just telling y'all, man. This shit is so real, man. Like, everybody saw it. There will be more reports coming out. There will be more reports coming out on this, man. But I just want to go on record and speak my truth. You know, they asked us not to speak about it. Any blog site, any news site, anybody who wants to talk to me, please get in my DM, man. Because that's the only way I would tell my whole truth. But I just want to let y'all know, man, aliens are real. It was 3 of them. And we couldn't believe it. Y'all like this video, get this video trending, and I'll post my own cell phone footage. They tried to actually take my cell phone footage. You know what I'm saying? I showed them that thinking that I'm helping the world. They trying to delete it. But once you delete something on your phone, they have recently deleted, and you have to put your password in. I wasn't willing to give them that. So, man, y'all get this video to where it need to be, and I'm gonna go crazy.
So, since nobody's gonna talk about it, I figured, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was down in Miami for the New Year's, you know what I'm saying? Me and my girl, I got a little timeshare. We was down there on a mini vacay, just to start the New Year's off right. So anyway, we happened to be at that mall. So we had Foot Locker or whatever. Next thing you know, you start hearing all this commotion outside, sound like firecrackers or something. So, you know what I'm saying? I grab her close. I'm like, yo, we about to get up out of here, because I originally thought that they were shooting. You know what I'm saying? I thought, some type of gunfight had broke out, whatever the case is, because we're not familiar with Miami, we're not familiar with the city. So I'm like, damn, I ain't even got my blick. So you know what I'm saying? We about to swerve. Next thing I know, it's like crazy. Like, we just see all these people running, like fat chicks, you know, old ladies, like, I'm talking about moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, old people even move. I'm talking about moving. So, you know, my girl, she like, what's going on? I'm like, fuck all that. We out. Like, I'm not going to ask no questions. We just going to follow the crowd. Next thing you know, real, like, gunshots start going off. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to follow the crowd, get out of there. I look back, no cap, yo. No cap. I look back. It looked like a big ass shadow, but it was solid at the same time, like a few shadows, but they were solid at the same time. And it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer. So I'm like, yo, what? So we start really moving. Next thing you know, we start hearing more gunshots. Like, these dudes start firing at this shit. Get outside, mad police, all that. You know what I'm saying? The police is like trying to get all the people that ran out the mall. They like trying to like detain these people, whatever. But, you know, me and my girl, we ended up just, you know, sliding past all that and everything like that. But, you know, a lot of people saying, why didn't nobody film and all that? When that type of shit is going on, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like some paranormal, nobody thinking about no phone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going survival mode. But for real, they lying, yo. It was all them officers and all that. They was not there because of no kids fighting. It was really some like movie shit going on in there, yo. So, you know, that's what it was, yo. Real, like real shit though. On the dead homies, I was trolling. I ain't never even been to Miami. Shit, yo, y'all be bugging. Yo, real shit though. Y'all stay away from them fucking aliens and all that. Y'all be.
Gigantic aliens running around Miami terrorizing everybody. This is such an interesting story. So I got a lot of questions asked me to, cover it. What's my opinion on it? So let's go. First thing I was asked is, do I think it's a psyop? No, I don't. The reason for that is because it doesn't have the hallmarks. Like, a psyop is a psychological operation, usually done by like the CIA and their friends. They have some sort of a narrative that they want to push so they can duck some sort of an orchestrated activity, and then they leak it out into the media and that kind of stuff to get it out there, to get it planted into the collective unconscious so that we believe whatever story they want us to believe. This has been suppressed. So whatever happened has been suppressed. And something happened. I mean, it's obvious looking at the videos. This is a crazy police presence, right? Like, I've never really seen before for something so ordinary. Some kids fighting. I mean, come on, it's Miami. So that was crazy. And then other things that lead me to think that maybe something significant happened. Flights being grounded, power being out for 30,000 people, people saying they tried to take cell phone pictures and their cell phones weren't working. And then most importantly, the description of the beings. Now, this is where it gets super interesting. Now, I do a lot of work in interdimensional type stuff. And one thing that's known is that when you do traverse dimensions and you go into altered states of consciousness and stuff like that, that are smooth the reality that we're so accustomed to here, this cause and effect reality where, you can kind of predict how things are going to behave and stuff. You roll a ball and you kind of know the trajectory and the speed and all that kind of stuff. In these other dimensions, that breaks down. And what you get is this like jerky motion, like stop action type movement, like claymation. Now, the people describing these beings, right, they don't know any of this. They're just regular people, right? So if they were making it up, if they were making up a zombie attack, they would describe zombies like we're used to seeing in movies. They were making up an alien invasion. They would describe aliens like we're used to seeing. That's not how they describe them. The descriptions are kind of crazy. So this is how they describe the beings. Super tall, with legs, but they didn't walk. They glided. They didn't necessarily even have feet, that they changed shape and form, and that they seemed to kind of click in and out, like they would be there and then they wouldn't be there, almost like a static on a TV or something like that, like a hologram that was like kind of glitching out. This is what would happen if there was some sort of an interdimensional bleed over event, meaning like there's other dimensions stacked on top of ours. There's all sorts of stuff outside of the reality that we can perceive. We can only see like a tiny sliver of the visible light spectrum. We can only hear a tiny sliver of sounds. We have very limited senses. Out there in the cosmic zoo, there's all sorts of layers and dimensions full of life and energies and intelligences. There's different times that run perpendicular to us and stacked on top of us, different timelines. There's all sorts of stuff out there that we don't see and perceive because we don't need to survive. That's what our central nervous system does. It filters all that out so that we're not freaking out with all the sounds and sights and stuff, right? but it doesn't mean it's not there. So if there was some sort of a bleed over, meaning like their dimension momentarily bled over into ours, you would see what these people describe. They describe the beings as looking confused, almost like scared, like not like worried. You know, they weren't aggressive or anything. There wasn't an invasion. No one should be scared or worried about this. But the beings seemed like they were like shouldn't be there. They're like, what the fuck is this? You know, how did we get here? That's what would happen if, for some reason, their dimension, their reality, bled into ours, and they found themselves momentarily in our dimension. I don't think they came here to attack or do anything nefarious. The description of them was almost as if they were lost. Now, the way people describe these beings, the way they looked and the way they behaved, is not how people would describe an alien invasion. It's not how they would describe Project Bluebeam. It's not how they would describe, like, there would be no reason to do a psyop like this, because this actually follows the sort of rules of what you'd expect with interdimensionals. This isn't something I think that our government's trying to plant into our subconscious. This is something I think happens. I think that there are other dimensions full of life. And sometimes, for different reasons, whether on purpose or by accident, we bleed over into theirs and they bleed over into ours. That is what, if I had to guess, I mean, it's still very possible that nothing happened at all there, that this was just hoopla. Maybe somebody called in like a terrorist attack or bomb threat or something, and the police overreacted, and they didn't want to come out and publicly say that because they look kind of silly with the amount of firepower they brought down there to a stick fight. But there's enough other stuff that people have said that kind of made my ears perk up and say, huh, normal, regular people that aren't immersed in this world like me and wouldn't know these things, these little factoids, wouldn't say this. They wouldn't describe zombies or aliens or whatever behaving this way. They wouldn't say these things that are very go right in line with like what would happen with interdimensionals mistakenly or accidentally kind of bleeding over into our dimension. I think this is what might have happened. Maybe. Who knows? But this would explain it. So it's not an alien invasion. It's not Bluebeam. It's not a psyop. It's nothing to be scared of or worried about or anything. I think this is part of nature. This stuff just happens sometimes. And sometimes you see these like bleed over events and it freaks you out, and because you don't know what to make of it, and it seemed like it freaked them out too. And but it's kind of nature. It's kind of like if you're walking around the corner and like a bear's there. The bear's gonna be like, whoa, where the fuck did you come from? You're gonna be like, whoa, where the fuck, you know what I mean? You're both gonna be kind of scared, right? And you're probably both gonna go your own directions and be like, whoa, that was close. Kind of seems like that's what happened in Miami, if anything happened at all. That's my opinion. Let me know. What are your thoughts? Have a beautiful day.